9 types of people you should not associate with. Making friends in life is an important factor that affects our personal development and quality of life. However, not everyone is worth your trust and friendship. Here are 9 characteristics of people you should avoid associating with to protect yourself from toxic relationships. 1. Two-faced people. In every relationship, trust is the most basic foundation to maintain friendship, co-worker relationship, or any other type of relationship. However, there are people who always appear friendly and lovable when facing you, but behind the scenes they harbor jealous and envious thoughts. They can easily change their attitude, become people who gossip or criticize you when you are not around. Such two-faced people often have no true loyalty, and their behavior is driven by selfishness and shallowness. They only seek personal gain and are ready to betray when given the opportunity. This not only causes emotional damage but also destroys trust and commitment in the relationship. Associating with this type of person is a big risk because you can never be sure whether they are truly on your side or just using you for their own purposes. 2. People who flatter the strong and trample on the weak. There is always a division of power and status in society, but the way we treat others, especially those who are weaker than us, is what truly reflects the moral character of each individual. People who always flatter and worship the powerful, while at the same time bullying and trampling on the weaker, are often people who lack self-respect and morality. They use flattery as a tool to achieve personal gain and are willing to betray and hurt others if it benefits them. It is often said, those who are good at flattering others are also good at slandering others, which is absolutely true for this type of person. Their hypocrisy and lack of self-esteem make them untrustworthy in any relationship. Associating with such people not only puts you at risk of being taken advantage of, but also reduces your own value in the eyes of others. Share your thoughts in the comments section and let's discuss this topic. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like and share to support us, helping to create more valuable content for you every day. 3. People who are too frugal and calculating. In any relationship, balance and generosity are important factors to maintain sustainability and trust. However, there are people who always put personal interests first, and they calculate every little thing to make sure that they never suffer. This type of person often has a parasitic mentality, always appears in the role of the miserable person, and takes advantage of every situation to get what they want without paying attention to the feelings or needs of others. They do not hesitate to see friends and relatives as spare tires, ready to use when needed, and ignore when they are no longer of use. Making friends with these people not only makes you feel tired and depressed, but also carries the risk of being betrayed when they find benefits elsewhere. In their world, every relationship can be measured and traded based on material value or personal benefits. They lack sincerity and do not value friendship, leading to you becoming a tool for them to achieve their goals. When choosing friends, you are actually choosing a way of life and values for yourself. Friends who always talk about dreams and ambitions will help you broaden your vision, shape your future, and support you on the path to achieving great goals. They are the ones who not only share joy and success, but also overcome challenges and difficulties in life with you. Thoughts determine behavior, and behavior determines the future. Making friends with like-minded people who share positive values will help you build lasting, sustainable relationships and grow together. On the contrary, making friends with people who are too frugal and calculating can reduce your spirit, make you lose faith in friendship, and negatively affect your life and career. The braggart. Bragging is a behavior that often stems from a lack of confidence and a desire to impress others. Braggarts often exaggerate their abilities, telling stories about their achievements in a way that makes them appear superior in the eyes of others. However, the reality is often far from what they claim. When you spend a long time with this type of person, you will realize that they lack sincerity, and their actual abilities do not match what they say. This is not only disappointing, but also creates trouble in the relationship, as you will have to deal with inaccuracies and even lies in their words and actions. Braggarts often do not really care about others, but only focus on improving their own image. By associating with them, you risk being caught in a cycle of false expectations and repeated disappointments. 5. Irresponsible people. In Buddhist philosophy, responsibility for oneself and one's life is an important factor on the path to enlightenment. The Buddha taught that each person is the master of his or her own karma, and that we are responsible for our actions, thoughts, and words. People who live carelessly without taking responsibility for their lives are often those who do not realize the close connection between actions and consequences. They allow themselves to indulge in bad habits, such as drinking, gambling, or even drug addiction, without thinking about the long-term consequences for themselves and others. By associating with such people, you not only risk being drawn into negative behavior, but you may also be influenced by a false sense of responsibility. Buddhism encourages us to live mindfully, being aware of our actions and choices, as they affect not only our lives but also those around us. Living responsibly is not only a duty to ourselves, but also part of building a healthy and ethical society. Sixth, kind to outsiders, but hot-tempered towards family members. The Buddha once emphasized that how a person treats his family and close relatives is the true measure of character. In Buddhist scriptures, the family is considered the foundation of society and the place where compassion, love, and patience should be practiced first. A person may appear kind and courteous to outsiders to create a good image, but if they cannot maintain compassion and patience with their closest relatives, it only proves that their kindness is fake. Buddhism teaches that spiritual cultivation begins with the closest relationships, with parents, spouses, children. If a person cannot live in harmony, love, and patience with his family, how can he truly cultivate his moral qualities? These people often carry insecurities and emotional neediness, leading them to create a false image in front of outsiders to hide their inner shortcomings. Associating with this type of person can lead you into fake, inauthentic relationships that lack real connection. 7. Emotionally unstable people. In Buddhism, emotional stability is considered a sign of a purified and mature soul. The Buddha taught that our mind is like a lake. When disturbed, it becomes turbid, unable to reflect anything clearly. Emotionally unstable people often let their minds get carried away by temporary emotions, leading to impulsive, uncontrolled reactions that often hurt others. They are like time bombs that can explode at any time, causing those around them to live in anxiety and insecurity. This instability not only damages relationships, but is also a sign of a mind that lacks mindfulness, control, and guidance. Buddhism encourages the practice of meditation and mindfulness to cultivate calmness, thereby helping the mind become clearer and more stable. When we maintain emotional stability, we can face life mindfully, not being swept away by the ups and downs of emotions, and from there, build sincere and lasting relationships. Associating with emotionally unstable people can cause you to be drawn into negative emotional spirals, causing harm to both you and those around you. 8. People who see you as a spare tire. In social relationships, sincerity and honesty are the foundation for building trust and connection. However, there are people who do not really care about you, but only take advantage of the relationship when necessary. This type of person often only comes to you when they are in trouble or need specific help. Once their needs are met, they will disappear from your life without even thinking about maintaining the relationship. They do not value you as a true friend, but rather as a spare tire, used only when necessary and discarded when no longer useful. This is a form of selfish and dishonest behavior, because in their eyes, you are just a tool to achieve their personal goals. Being associated with such people not only causes emotional damage, but also creates insecurity, because you will always have to doubt their true motives in the relationship. Over time, this insecurity can erode your self-confidence and ability to build genuine, lasting relationships. 9. People who only make empty promises. In life, promises are one of the most important factors to measure a person's trustworthiness. A promise is not only a commitment to action, but also a manifestation of personal honor and morality. However, there are people who often make promises but never fulfill them. They may promise to help you, support you in difficult times, but when the time comes, they disappear or do not do what they said. This not only hurts trust, but also causes dissatisfaction and disappointment. When a person constantly breaks promises, they not only lose the trust of others, but also show a lack of responsibility and disrespect for their own words. A trustworthy person not only talks, but also acts, and that action truly reflects their values and morality. Associating with people who constantly break their promises will cost you time, opportunities, and trust in others. It can also make you more skeptical and cautious in relationships, which can sometimes prevent you from opening up and building meaningful connections in the future. In this context, it is important to identify and stay away from people who do not truly respect you and their words. Not only will it protect you from unnecessary hurt, but it will also help you focus on building relationships with people who are sincere, trustworthy, and truly meaningful in your life. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and let's discuss this topic together. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like and share to support us, helping to create more valuable content for you every day. Thank you very much for listening and taking the time to follow my sharing. These have been accumulated over the years, and I am happy to share them with you. Keep this knowledge and apply it to your life. I will have more to share with you in the future. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. See you next time.